The Grand Assembly Hall of the Galactic Council fell silent as General Marcus Chen stepped onto the crystalline platform. Around him, representatives from 200 civilizations watched with barely concealed contempt. The human wore no ceremonial robes, no diplomatic finery, just a simple military uniform, gray and unadorned save for a single patch on his shoulder. Earth, small and blue against the black of space. Ambassador Thexilor of the Vryn hegemony leaned forward, his 6 eyes gleaming with satisfaction. The human delegation has requested an emergency session. How amusing. Perhaps they wish to formally surrender their claim to the Terran system. Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber. The council had voted 3 cycles ago. Earth's resources were too valuable, its location too strategic. The resolution had passed with overwhelming support. Humanity would be relocated to a reservation world, their planet redistributed among the founding species. It was standard procedure. The Council had done it 1,000 times before to primitive species who hadn't yet achieved faster-than-light travel. Humanity, still confined to their single solar system, qualified for benevolent intervention. General Chen's face remained impassive. He'd been briefed on the Council's decision during the 6-month journey to the Assembly. He'd read the xenosociological reports that dismissed humanity as emotionally unstable and technologically stagnant. He'd seen the economic projections that valued Earth's biosphere at 47 trillion credits. What the Council didn't know was that humanity had already achieved FTL travel. They'd simply chosen not to announce it. Honored delegates, Chen began, his voice steady. 3 months ago, your scout fleets entered the Sol system. They ignored our hails. They fired on our defensive satellites. They destroyed the Armstrong colony on Luna, killing 8,000 civilians. Thexilor waved a dismissive appendage. Regrettable necessity. We offered transport. Your people refused to evacuate. You gave us 6 hours, Chen replied. For 8 billion people. Surely adequate time for a compliant species? Chen smiled then, and something in that expression made several delegates shift uncomfortably. You misunderstand, Ambassador. I'm not here to plead. I'm not here to negotiate. I'm here to deliver a message. He pressed a control on his wrist and holographic displays erupted across the chamber. Star maps, tactical readouts. Real-time feeds, you assaulted our home, Chen said quietly. That was your mistake. The displays showed Council worlds, 73 of them. And above each world, human warships had materialized. Not dozens. Thousands. Ship designs the Council had never seen. Technologies their best scientists couldn't identify. Pandemonium erupted. Delegates screamed in their native languages, demanding explanations. Thexilor's exoskeleton had paled to a sickly gray. Impossible, he whispered. Your species lacks FTL capability. Your intelligence observed what we wanted you to observe, Chen interrupted. Did you really think a species capable of splitting the atom, of reaching their moon with primitive chemical rockets, of building quantum computers and gene therapies? Did you honestly believe we couldn't crack faster than light travel? He gestured to the star maps. We achieved it 40 years ago. We didn't announce it because we'd intercepted your broadcasts. We knew the Council uplifted primitive species by conquering them. So we waited, we built, we prepared. Another delegate, a methane breather from the Clix Confederacy, activated her translator. This is warmongering. The Council will respond with what? Chen's voice hardened. Every military installation in Council space is currently targeted by human weapons you can't detect with your sensors. We've mapped every shipyard, every fleet deployment, every defensive grid. We did it in 6 months while you spent 6 centuries building your empire through intimidation. The holographic displays shifted, showing Earth. The beautiful blue marble hung in space, wounded but defiant. Debris from destroyed satellites orbited like angry wasps. The scar on Luna's surface was visible even from this distance. You killed 8,000 of our people, Chen continued. You threatened 8 billion more, and you did it casually, bureaucratically, as if our lives were items on a ledger. He paused, letting the weight of his words settle. Humanity has a saying, never wound what you cannot kill. You wounded us, Council. You proved you were willing to murder us for profit. But you couldn't kill us. Thexilor found his voice, though it trembled. What do you want? Reparations, Chen stated. Full restitution for the Luna colony. formal recognition of human sovereignty over the Sol system in perpetuity, a seat on this council with full voting rights. And if we refuse? Chen's expression turned cold. Then humanity will remind the galaxy why Earth's dominant species fought its way to the top of the food chain, on a death world. We evolved dodging predators that could run faster, hit harder, and outlast us. We learned to hunt animals stronger than ourselves. We survived ice ages, plagues, and our own worst impulses. He leaned forward. You council species evolved on garden worlds with light gravity and predictable ecosystems. You developed FTL travel because you're intelligent, not because you're survivors. But humans? We're both, the general straightened. My ships have orders. If I don't transmit a stand-down code within 12 hours, they will open fire. Not on your civilian populations, we're not monsters like you proved yourselves to be. But every military asset, every warship, every orbital defense platform will be eliminated. You'd start a galactic war over 8,000 deaths? Thexler asked incredulously. Chen's eyes blazed. Those 8,000 had families. They had dreams. They were miners and scientists and children born under a sky that wasn't their ancestors' home. They were humanity's future, and you erased them because you thought we were weak. He jabbed a finger at the assembly. You want to know what makes humans different? We remember, we mourn, and we never ever forget when someone tries to exterminate us. Ask the Nazis, ask the colonial empires, ask any human civilization that tried to genocide another. We remember, and eventually we make things right. The chamber remained silent. 200 civilizations spanning thousands of worlds and trillions of beings held their breath as one human in a gray uniform dismantled their sense of superiority. Finally, the Council Primus, an ancient being whose species had founded the assembly millennia ago, spoke. Your terms are acceptable, Chen nodded. Smart choice. My government has prepared treaties. They're comprehensive but fair. Follow them and humanity will become your greatest ally. We'll share our technology, our culture, our stubborn refusal to quit when things get hard. He began walking toward the exit, then paused. Oh, and one more thing. We're designating Luna as a memorial. The crater your weapons created will never be filled. Every delegate who visits Earth will see it from orbit, a permanent reminder of your anger. Thexler asked quietly. No, Chen replied. Of our mercy. Because we could have done to your worlds what you did to our moon. But we didn't. Remember that. As the general departed, his ships hanging invisible in the void above council worlds, the delegates realized they'd encountered something unprecedented. A species that combined technological sophistication with predatory instinct, diplomacy with the willingness to back words with overwhelming force. Humanity had announced its arrival to the galactic community, not with a plea for acceptance, but with a simple, terrifying message: we are here. We are strong, and we will never be victims again. The age of human expansion had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same.